The first time I realized that my sight was coming back, or that I actually had eyesight, was me and my partner were walking in the street at night, and the next moment I just murmured the number 46. My partner immediately asked, "How do you know it's building number 46? And I said, "Well, I saw it," without me even realizing that I actually saw it. And it was my partner who first realized that my eyesight was started coming back. And it was like, boy. And I immediately stopped, looked back at the building, and right in front of me I could trace the big number 46 on the building. And it was just amazing. It was really like, wow, what's happening here? And by that time, I've been on a functional health treatment for 3 months for an unrelated condition. And it was just all about improving my health and my fitness and my mindset and everything, all the different elements of functional health. And something must have triggered the return of my eyesight. And it was just absolutely amazing to see it. And from there onwards, it was on a daily basis. I could just really see the improvements. It's now about nearly a year on, and I've got functional eyesight now. I can walk by myself. I don't need a cane at all. I don't really need guidance anymore. I always used to have assistants guiding me. I can even walk at night, which is a part of my old condition that I used to have, retinitis pigmentosa. The first symptom is night blindness, and now I can function really well at night. Eyesight is not perfect yet, but we'll definitely work towards that. I was first diagnosed with my retinitis pigmentosa, a genetic condition that makes a person go permanently blind. It's an irreversible condition. I was diagnosed first time in 2006. And so that was at a hospital from an ophthalmologist who checked me out and then gave me the diagnosis. And the immediate thing was, she just said, this condition is permanent, it's irreversible, can't do anything with it. And her words were chilling. She said to me, "Just go home and enjoy the last bit of eyesight you have. Maybe in 6 months from now, you will not be able to see again." And sadly, she was actually quite right on that. So over the years, I've been to maybe about 3 dozen ophthalmologists around the world, trying different things, looking for those hidden cures, following every bit of all the little cookie crumbs that I could on potential things that could work for me and improve my eyesight or reverse it. So, for instance, in 2010, I went to China for stem cell implants right into my eyes. That was about $80,000 US, and it didn't work at all. It didn't do anything. Nothing came off of that. I knew it was experimental, but a person gets in such a desperate state where you're willing to do whatever you can and spend whatever money in order to try and save your eyesight. So sadly, there are a lot of people out there who do take advantage of people in a situation like that. So definitely a big cautionary warning there for everyone out there who's dealing with a situation. Watch out, always triple check whatever you get yourself into. I've spent so much money on vitamin supplementations. A lot of them were also sold as miracle cures and things. Also didn't work, didn't do anything. I tried one of the biggest mistakes that I made. Sorry, I'm laughing about it because it's so stupid. Over the time, none of the doctors ever told me, look at your diet and stop consuming sugar, because sugar is really damaging to the eyes, especially the capillary blood vessels that feeds the nutrients to the eyes. Sugar blocks them up. Never did any ophthalmologist or conventional medicine doctor ever tell me to look at my diet. And one of the biggest mistakes I made, because a lot of the books I read talked about juicing and how all the nutrients that you get in juicing. So I went and I bought myself this really expensive American-made semi-commercial fruit juicer or fruit and vegetable juicer. And I just started juicing like mad. I would put grapes and apples and pineapples and mangoes and everything, all the green vegetables I could get through the machine, like going through a ton of it every day. And I did that for about 4 or 5 years, and nothing really happened. I was still blind. So eventually it phased out and I stopped doing it, couldn't be bothered anymore. And now years later on, I realized I was actually causing myself more damage with the amount of sugar that I consumed from all the fruits and vegetables that I juiced. Because when you juice something, you separate the juice from the fiber, only consume the juice, which is pretty much 100% sugar then. So I actually probably did more harm than good following that advice. And it was only when I started with functional health for an unrelated condition where it came out that, hey, juicing is actually really bad for you, and especially for your eyesight. So once I went on the functional health diet, the keto diet that I followed, bam, that was one of the keys for why my eyesight started coming back. But yeah, just to go back to the question of what I've done before, I've done a lot. What mistakes did I make? I think it was desperation that kicked in. You really want to find a solution to the condition that you have, and also because, you're very fearful, and doctors do fear-monger you a lot. Your family is very concerned. They all throw remedies and ideas and suggestions into your direction. And it's you're like a drowning man trying to grab hold of straw. You just want to grab anything that can potentially help you. So yeah, sadly, I've spent a huge amount of money on trying to find cures and remedies which didn't work. What advice would I give to anyone who's in the position that I was in? Is really go and connect with other people who are blind, or who has the condition that you have. Go and spend time with them, especially people who had that condition for a long period of time, because they've done all the trials, errors and tests for you already. And they will be able to give you some sound advice. So definitely be careful of the advice you follow, especially on social media, where people do promote a lot of things. The miracle cures, be careful, but definitely be open-minded to learn a lot. So learn from others who's been there before. We're taking a small group because then it will be more personalized. I'll be able to work with each person one-on-one, sit on phone calls every week with a person, and also look at everything that they're doing. So at this stage, we're not doing large groups. We're only going to go for small groups. The reason we're doing it for 8 weeks is because this is a foundational course that's going to lead into many other programs we are offering. You have to remember that most folks have been living with a condition for many, many years. Like in my case, it was nearly 2 decades. You cannot reverse that in a 1-hour session or overnight. It does take some work. It does change. A lot of fundamentals have to change in a person's mindset and belief system. And we do it in a very constructive way where we start from the beginning, and by the end of the 8 weeks, you will definitely have a change in mindset, and hopefully a person's belief system will also be more aligned in what we are working towards. One of the main things that we have to do is we have to accept that a lot of our behaviors in the past and our mindset were incorrect. And that's one of the painful things to overcome. But by the end of the 8 weeks, you would have had made peace with that, and you would be ready for the future you really desire and deserve. Okay, this foundational course is for people who are absolutely ready to transform, people who have suffered for a long period of time, people who want to take control of their health, and people who just really feel they want to transform into their better selves. A lot of people have been living, under the misbeliefs that their conditions cannot be treated or be dealt with, and now they realize that yes, it can be done. So you've got to be open-minded, because a lot of what we do will challenge your old belief systems. So open-mindedness, ready to transform, and just have a positive outlook on life. I know it's tough when you're dealing with a serious condition to be positive, but yes, you will have to be positive when you join this foundational course. Who's it not really for? You cannot always be looking towards other people for help and assistance. You have to learn that your own health comes from inside of you and you have control over it. So you've got to be ready to take control of your own health. And yeah, if you're really in a negative mindset at this moment, rather contact me first. Let's talk about it and see if this program is going to work for you, because we move very fast. We go through a lot of information. Transformation can happen very fast. It can be overwhelming. So you need to be ready for that. If you're still doubting whether this foundational course is the right fit for you, here's a couple of questions that you can ask yourself. Are you progressing in your life towards the person you really want to be? Are you ready to change? And are you happy with your current life as it is? If your questions are a bit on the negative side, your answers to these questions are on the negative side, then definitely consider joining this course. My purpose is really to help you, to guide you through the whole transformation process, which is definitely possible. Anybody can improve from where they are. So if you really feel you are not living the life you want and you're really struggling with a condition, then do consider joining this course. Also, there is a full money back guarantee. If by the end of the course, if you've participated throughout the course and you feel at the end that it did not benefit you, then I would gladly give you your money back. There's no obligation, no questions asked. It's really, I'm here to help you transform, and I definitely want to see you live a life that you deserve. So you've been battling for so many years with a condition. Is it too much of me to ask from you for 8 weeks, only 2 months, to come and spend with me to help you transform into your better self? Come and join us. Try out this 8-week course. Within 2 months, you can be a totally different person, okay? And very soon you can create the life you really desire. So I challenge you, come on, take that step. I know it might be difficult. I know it's the unknown that you're stepping into, but try it. Give it a go. We're going to work with you, and I'm going to help you transform into your better self. You only have one life. Come and live it to the maximum.